Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 461 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin clasped his hands at Master Lu Fu and smiled. When the battle against the Outer Realm begins, I'll repay you for the matter today. I hope fellow cultivator Lu Fu won't mind. Wang Lin's attitude remained consistent and he didn't take advantage of the situation to humiliate Master Lu Fu. Master Lu Fu silently pondered for a bit and then let out a sigh. He forced out a smile and clasped his hands at Wang Lin. For fellow cultivator Wang to have such powerful cultivation is a blessing for the inner realm. This old man is just puzzled about one thing. These two third-step cultivators are from. Master Lu Fu didn't finish speaking and just pointed at the edge of the horizon. Wang smiled and nodded. Esteemed Ling Dong's gaze fell on Master Lu Fu. He clasped his hands and said, "This old man is named Ling Dong, ancestor of the Ling Dong clan of the Outer Realm." Although Master Lu Fu had some speculations, after hearing what Ling Dong said, he was still moved. The Ling Dong clan's ancestor. Esteemed Ling Dong withdrew his gaze and slowly said, "The Ling Dong clan isn't a large clan in the ancient star system, we only have 10,000 clan members." Master Lu Fu clasped his hands at esteemed Ling Dong. Although Ling Dong was Wang Lin's slave, in his eyes, he was still a third-step cultivator on equal level as himself. After clasping his hands, he looked at the silent Zhu Jin. This is Zhu Jin, Outer Realm's Heavenly Wolf clan's ancestor. After Master Lu Fu heard this, he sucked in a breath of cold air. When he saw the blood wolf behind Zhu Jin, he had his guesses. He had heard that there was a clan in the Outer Realm that served the Heavenly Wolf. This was the continuation of that clan from ancient times. The people of this clan were related to the wolf, and because of their long heritage, they had rich Joss flames, allowing third-step cultivators to appear. When Master Lu Fu heard Zhu Jin, he was certain of Zhu Jin's identity. This Wang Lin actually went out to the Outer Realm. He collected two ancestors as his slaves. Master Lu Fu looked at Wang Lin and his gaze changed. He was a third-step cultivator himself and knew how difficult it was to make someone like him a slave. This was different from killing the general in an army of tens of thousands, this was refining the general into a slave instead. Thanks to his cultivation level, Master Lu Fu could see the same slave mark on Ling Dong and Zhu Jin. It was obvious they had been refined into slaves by force by Wang Lin. After all, Wang Lin hadn't become a real third-step cultivator yet, which made it even more difficult. I haven't heard of the Ling Dong clan, but this Heavenly Wolf clan is a big clan in the Outer Realm. This Wang Lin is not simple. What he did in the Outer Realm must be heaven-shattering. Master Lu Fu rarely admired anyone in his life, but at this moment, he felt admiration for Wang Lin. All the gloominess from before disappeared from Master Lu Fu and he clasped his hands. Did fellow cultivator Wang go to the Outer Realm? I've just returned from the Outer Realm. Wang Lin noticed the change in Master Lu Fu. He was not an unreasonable person and there was no grudge between them. Although he was stronger and had two third-step servants, he wouldn't act arrogantly, he would rather treat each other politely. Good. Earlier, the demon sect from the Cloud Sea sent out an order. Under the agreement with the Lord of the Sealed Realm, a message was passed to all 4 star systems that the Outer Realm began to show signs of invading our world once more. The several third-step cultivators in the Inner Realm worked together to open barrier between the 4 great star systems, so they are no longer separated. The 4 great star systems have begun preparing for the battle against the Outer Realm. This old man hates the Outer Realm to the bones. When the Outer Realm first invaded, this old man was a little celestial lord and personally saw the tragic battle. Since fellow cultivator has just returned from the Outer Realm, you must have a great understanding of the Outer Realm. Just this information will allow us to know the changes that occurred to the Outer Realm over the past tens of thousands of years. Most of the cultivators in the Inner Realm were kept in the dark about the existence of the realm ceiling formation. Only a small portion of people knew about it, but they didn't dare to go outside. Over the tens of thousands of years, all information had been blocked, and it would be deadly for the upcoming war. Master Lu Fu's words wiped away all the tension from before, and Wang Lin laughed. Wang Lin smiled and said, "I do have some information about the outer realm. Does fellow cultivator Wang have anything to do? If not, we can talk for a while. This old man still has some good wine from the celestial realm that I'm not willing to drink by myself. How about you and I drink a bit?" Master Lu Fu laughed and waved his hand at Wang Lin. He seemed to have forgotten that he wouldn't be sending Wang Lin off. Wang Lin put away the ancient demon in his hand and then pondered for a bit. This comical change caused the surrounding tens of thousands of cultivators to become gobsmacked. Even Master Flamespark and Li Yunzi were stunned and couldn't react to the change. However, they were powerful people and could tell that Master Lu Fu was really happy. They could also guess a bit of Master Lu Fu's thoughts. There was no vendetta between Wang Lin and Master Lu Fu. Wang Lin had just come back from the outer realm and would soon be famous in the inner realm. He naturally wanted to have a good relationship with someone like this. Wang Lin was also very polite and had given Master Lu Fu a way to step down. If he still didn't do the sensible thing, he would have lived for nothing for these past tens of thousands of years. Therefore, he was going to resolve the tension from before. Wang Lin naturally saw through this and nodded with a smile. Old monsters that had cultivated for tens of thousands of years were all very cunning. Although not all of them were like demons, they were not childish. Master Lu Fu smiled and waved his hand. Golden light appeared from his sleeve, forming a road. There were also beautiful sounds that came out from thin air. There were even countless shadows of celestials dancing around the golden road. There were 9 golden dragons above, howling and giving off a powerful aura. Countless celestial shadows appeared and bowed at Wang Lin. All these illusions were very grand and it was difficult to describe in words. This revealed Master Lu Fu's intention, and the bow from those countless celestials was his way of apologizing to Wang Lin for trying to stop him. "Fellow cultivator Wang Lin, this way." Master Lu Fu's laugh echoed and Wang Lin clasped his hands in return. The two of them walked into the vortex together. Celestials' mountains appeared and soon filled the vortex. Then, at the center of the vortex, a phantom lake appeared. There were many female celestials playing inside the lake. The water mist rose and their figures loomed inside the water mist, making them very charming. A pavilion appeared beside the lake with 2 female celestials holding 2 jade pots. Bursts of celestial spiritual energy were coming out from the 2 pots, and just smelling it made one feel refreshed. Master Flamespark and Li Yunzi respectfully stood on the side and looked at everyone with complicated expressions. The surrounding tens of thousands of cultivators slowly approached, but they scattered after an order from Master Flamespark. They went back to setting the formation. The 2 of them sat inside the pavilion. Zhu Jin and Ling Dong were also invited to sit by Master Lu Fu, and the celestials poured wine for them. Master Lu Fu picked up a cup and laughed. "Let us forget the unpleasantness from before with this drink." He drank the entire cup. Wang Lin picked up the cup and scanned it with his divine sense before drinking it. His eyes lit up. This wine wasn't spicy, but when it entered his throat, it was like fire. Warmth filled his body and his mouth was filled with a fragrance. Wang Lin lamented, "Good wine. Fellow cultivator Wang, this old man wants to know what kind of experiences you had in the outer realm. Can you tell this old man?" Master Lu Fu put down the cup and smiled. Wang Lin smiled as he briefly spoke of a few matters that occurred in the outer realm. Wang Lin's calm words caused Master Lu Fu's eyes to light up. This was especially true when Wang Lin spoke about the destruction of the Scatter Thunder clan, the 7 million worlds, and Wang Lin's encounter with Daoist's scattered spirit. Master Lu Fu drank a cup of wine and his eyes became serious. 7 million worlds. What an admirable person, Daoist's scattered spirit. Although he hasn't reached the 3rd step, his behavior is heaven-defying. Ling Dong and Zhu Jin only knew that the destruction of the Scatter Thunder clan was related to Wang Lin, but not the details. After hearing it, they were both moved. From a different perspective, one saw the problem from a completely different angle. Zhu Jin and Ling Dong looked at each other and silently pondered. Master Flamespark and Li Yunzi also heard Wang Lin's words. They gasped and were shocked. They were shocked by Wang Lin's actions in the outer realm and also felt admiration for Daoist's scattered spirit. Master Flamespark hesitated a bit and clasped his hands. Senior Wang Lin, did you meet with Daoist's scattered spirit afterwards? Wang Lin shook his head. After the Scatter Thunder clan was destroyed, he was being hunted and had to leave in a hurry, so he didn't have any more contact with Daoist's scattered spirit. Then Wang Lin spoke of the pursuit from the Sovereign Council in the outer realm. These thrilling scenes caused Master Lu Fu's eyes to light up. He could tell that all of Wang Lin's experiences were real, and he knew that it would be very difficult for him to survive such an ordeal. Wang Lin didn't mention the fallen land and other important matters. However, it was still enough to shock Master Lu Fu, especially when he heard about the matter relating to the Sovereign. If he was like this, there was no need to mention Master Flamespark and Li Yunzi. After hearing about all the dangers, they finally understood how Wang Lin had obtained his cultivation. Their gazes toward Wang Lin were filled with admiration. Li Yunzi felt this even more as he recalled the past. He felt complicated, but he also knew that Wang Lin hadn't obtained everything through luck. Wang Lin's gaze fell on Li Yunzi. After pondering a bit, he slowly said, Li Yunzi, I met your ancestor, Zhong Xingye. After he spoke, Li Yunzi's body trembled. He looked up at Wang Lin with excitement in his eyes. Senior, please tell me where ancestor is. Wang Lin pondered a bit and said, Third step cultivator Zhong Xingye has already fallen. After he spoke, Li Yunzi's body trembled. His face turned pale and he subconsciously retreated a few steps. Soon, his face was filled with sorrow and his eyes became dim. Ancestor has fallen. Generations of the Zhong family's mission and pride came from the ancestor. For countless years, every generation was waiting for the return of their ancestor. Zhong Xingye was the glory of their Zhong family, but that glory collapsed with the news Wang Lin had brought back. Master Flamespark's expression also changed. Although he wasn't native to All Heaven, he had been here for a long time and had become part of All Heaven. He had also heard of the brilliance of the Zhong family's ancestor. It could be said that the Zhong family's current position in All Heaven came from their ancestor. Zhong Xingye. Master Lu Fu put down the cup in his hand. There was shock in his eyes. He had met Zhong Xingye in the past. Back then, that person had already reached the peak of Nirvana Void and was like the heavens. Master Lu Fu had even received Zhong Xingye's blessing, and that was why he included Li Yunzi as one of the 4 people he taught the Dao spell to. Aside from repaying the blessing of the past, he also intended to build a good relationship with the missing Zhong Xingye. After hearing Wang Lin's words, he took a deep breath and silently pondered. Li Yunzi's mind was seriously injured by this news and blood flowed out from the corner of his mouth. He bowed at Wang Lin, and when he looked up, his eyes were bloodshot. Senior, please tell me how ancestor fell. Although his words were calm, they were filled with a monstrous coldness. He firmly believed that the ancestor didn't die normally. Although their Zhong family couldn't get revenge for their ancestor, they at least had to know who the enemy was. As long as they knew who had killed the ancestor, they would have the determination to pass down the need for revenge for generations. Master Lu Fu also looked at Wang Lin while pondering. You all might have heard that in the inner realm, there is a place called the Seven-Colored Realm. In the Seven-Colored Realm, there is the Dao fruit. To absorb the Dao intent of billions of living beings and capture the Dao of countless cultivators to produce 7 Dao fruits. The remains of the 3rd step cultivator Zhong Xingye were found by me in the Seven-Colored Realm in the Cloud Sea star system. He was killed by the sovereign of the outer realm. Wang Lin said slowly as he recalled the past. As Wang Lin spoke about the Seven-Colored Realm and mentioned his guess about the sovereign planting the Dao fruit, Li Yunzi sucked in a breath of cold air. However, his killing intent didn't dissipate, and his battle intent became even stronger. This battle intent was something the Zhong family had to carry on. Master Flamespark felt his mind tremble. What Wang Lin said about the Seven-Colored Realm made him think of something terrifying from the past. Master Lu Fu was moved and suddenly stood up. He clasped his hands at Wang Lin and said, Fellow cultivator Wang, this matter is too important. The existence of the seven-colored realm is like a hidden danger to the inner realm. Once the outer realm invades, this old man worries that the seven-colored realm will bring unimaginable disaster to our world. To absorb all the Tao intent of my inner realm cultivators, what a powerful method! This old man must immediately go to the demon sect in the Cloud Sea and let them gather all forces to clear out the remaining 6 seven-colored realms. Master Lu Fu's expression was extremely serious. He clearly saw the great danger behind this matter. If not for Wang Lin's report, this would have caused a great disaster when the outer realm invaded. In particular, he thought about the chance that a large amount of cultivators would suddenly die due to their Tao collapsing. That image shocked Master Lu Fu greatly. It wasn't impossible. Wang Lin nodded. He had come back to inform the inner realm about the things he had learned. He was going to contribute what he could for the war that was to come. After Master Flamespark heard about the seven-colored realm, he remained silent. His face was gloomy and uncertain as the matter of the past became even more clear in his mind. Wang Lin noticed something. He looked at Master Flamespark and asked, "Does fellow cultivator Flamespark know where the rest of the seven-colored realms are at?" After he spoke, Master Lu Fu immediately looked over. He had also noticed the change in Master Flamespark. He looked over, waiting for Master Flamespark to reply. Master Flamespark clasped his hands at Master Lu Fu and Wang Lin and said, "In the early days, I was being hunted by the Alliance and escaped to All Heaven." As he spoke, he looked at Wang Lin. "There were many reasons that relate to my private matter, so I won't say too much. Back then, I was still an elder of the Alliance and inadvertently saw a strange world at the Alliance headquarters. Senior Wang Lin, I wonder if the seven-colored realm you speak of has the enlightened ones. Lost ones." Wang Lin's expression became serious and he nodded. Master Flamespark said, "Then there should be a seven-colored realm in the Alliance headquarters." There was a flash of coldness in Master Lu Fu's eyes and he clasped his hands at Wang Lin. "Fellow cultivator Wang, I can't stay to entertain you today. I must head to the demon sect as soon as possible." Wang Lin got up and calmly said, "I'll take care of the seven-colored realm in the Alliance headquarters." Good. Since fellow cultivator Wang Lin is acting, then the seven-colored realm in the Alliance headquarters will definitely collapse. Master Lu Fu nodded. The banquet was short, but the shock Master Lu Fu and company felt after this conversation wasn't any weaker than what they felt during the battle before. After saying their goodbyes, Master Lu Fu waved his sleeve and disappeared into the stars. Zhu Jin and Ling Dong were put back into the Emperor Furnace by Wang Lin. He was about to leave to deal with the last matter in All Heaven when Master Flamespark hesitated before clenching his teeth and clasping his hands at Wang Lin. "Senior, I'm very familiar with the Alliance and have a great grudge with Master Zhongxian. If Senior heads to the Alliance, can I follow?" Wang Lin pondered a bit and said, "That's good, but my movements are uncertain. Although I'll go, I don't know the specific time." "No problem, I can go there and wait there. Once Senior heads to the Alliance, just spread out your divine sense to find me. I hope Senior can look on our past relations and not reject me." Master Flamespark looked sincerely at Wang Lin. Master Flamespark rarely begged anyone in his life, and saying such pleading words to someone who was a junior in the past made his expression turn complicated. Wang Lin looked at Master Flamespark. He clearly remembered that in the Thunder Celestial Realm, Master Flamespark had battled the injured Qing Shui. Master Flamespark had also borrowed Wang Lin's Thunder Beast and used a powerful method to refine the Thunder Celestial Realm. Wang Lin pondered a bit and then slowly said, "Okay." After he finished speaking, he waved his sleeve and disappeared from the formation in the blink of eye. Master Flamespark and Li Yunzi looked at where Wang Lin disappeared, and their expressions became complicated. Getting old? Really getting old, Master Flamespark sighed. The future of the inner realm is his world, Li Yunzi shook his head. Memories of when he met Wang Lin replayed in his mind. Wang Lin quickly moved through All Heaven. With every step he took, he crossed immeasurable distances. Out of the 4 matters he had to take care of in All Heaven, 3 were complete, so only 1 left. The last matter was not revenge or finishing a karma but something to strengthen himself to prepare for the battle against the outer realm. He had taken fancy to something in all heaven. This thing had brought him great deal of shock, and even thinking about it now, he was still shaken. Back then, he wasn't qualified to obtain it, but now he had the strength to find and capture it. He was going to refine it into his life essence ancient god beast. In truth, when he was still a 6-star ancient god, he could have refined a beast to become his life essence beast, but he had never found one that matched. He really liked the Ji Cheong, but due to his lack of strength, he wasn't able to obtain it. But even the Ji Cheong paled in comparison to what Wang Lin was aiming for. As for the many fierce beasts in the Cloud Sea, not even the rank 13 beasts could enter Wang Lin's eyes. Although I haven't battled with it, from what I saw back then, it should be at the 3rd step. Even the Moongazer serpent won't be able to resist against it. I must obtain this beast. As he moved forward, there was a hint of battle intent in Wang Lin's eyes. As he moved forward, he was about to charge through to the star domain where he saw it, but at this moment, he suddenly stopped. I unknowingly passed this place. Wang Lin felt a little melancholy. There were 2 planets before him. Planet 1000 Illusions, Plant Renyun. 1. Over 1,000 years ago, when Wang Lin came to All Heaven from the rift in the Demon Spirit Land, he arrived on planet Renyun. Here, he accompanied Wang Ping for a lifetime. He accompanied Wang Ping as they tread the mountains, crossed the rivers, and sailed the seas. He had given Wang Ping a heart that could tolerate the world. He had given Wang Ping a lifetime of glory and riches, the pinnacle position of power. However, what Wang Lin couldn't give him was a complete body. The century of feelings between father and son slowly re-emerged in Wang Lin's heart when he saw planet Renyun. The feeling of an already faded pain came with this sentiment. Wang Lin's gaze fell on planet 1000 Illusions. The past with the Hua family appeared in his mind, and Liu Mai, who made Wang Lin feel complicated. A sigh echoed among the stars. He no longer looked at planet 1000 Illusions but looked at planet Renyun. It wasn't much different from before. It was as if 1,000 years was just a flash for the planet. Although the planet was there, the people were not. Most of the old friends from the past could no longer be found. A portion of planet Renyun was now in autumn. A hint of chilliness swept the world and the dead leaves flew across the lonely night under the moonlight. On planet Renyun, there was a courtyard in a mortal capital city. This courtyard was dark, and at the door of the courtyard hung 2 faint lanterns, swaying in the wind. The flickering lights from the lanterns seemed to keep away the cold, autumn wind. Sounds of hasty coughing seemed to break the silence inside the courtyard. This sound was very old, as if it was coming from someone who was in their last years. Even the wind seemed to become louder as the cough echoed. The wind howled, causing the lantern to flicker even more violently and to shake as if it was on its last breath. The wind caused the lantern to shake as if it wanted to rush into the courtyard and take away the struggling soul. As the lantern shook, one could see word, Sun, on the lantern. The Sun family. These coughs that broke the silence caused a lot of footsteps to echo inside the courtyard. Many servants rushed over and arrived before an ordinary-looking house. Right now there were 3 old men standing anxiously outside. Behind them were many Sun family members. What are you all panicking for? This old man can't die yet. A hoarse voice filled with exhaustion came from inside the house. Ancestor, one of the old men outside seemed anxious and walked up as if he was about to speak. Just at this moment, the sound of horses coming from the distance was heard. The horses were moving in a rush and the noise was very obvious in this silent night. Soon, more horses arrived outside the courtyard. A middle-aged man in armor was sitting on a horse. He gave off a sense of might, and next to him was an old man whose hair was a mess due to the wind. This old man's face was pale. His horse was too fast, which terrified him. The horses stopped before the courtyard. The middle-aged man grabbed the old man and rushed into the courtyard like the wind. They soon arrived outside the house. Ancestor, grandson has brought the best doctor to treat Ancestor. Nonsense, this old body has lived for 1,000 years and I have reached the limit of my lifespan. How is this something a mortal doctor could cure? The hoarse voice came from the house and began to cough again. While everyone was tense, the door to the house opened. An old woman with white hair walked out with two servant girls supporting her. Today I called all of you here because this old body knows that I won't live for more than 7 days, and I'm worried. However, aside from this old body, there are no more cultivators in the Sun family, so that eliminates the cruelty of the cultivation world. All of you, remember that no future generation should cultivate. Enjoying the riches of the mortal world is the best choice. All of you, remember my words. As the old woman coughed, her eyes lit up as her gaze swept past her descendants. A pressure spread out from her body and shrouded everyone present. This caused all her descendants, including the middle-aged man in armor, to kneel in fear and quickly reply. It's good that you all remember, it's good that you all remember. Now, all of you go and let me rest on my own. The old woman's eyes stopped shining. Despite her age, one could still see that she was beautiful when she was young and liked to scold others. All her kneeling descendants didn't dare to oppose her and all left. Even the servants all scattered as well. The night gradually quieted down. This old woman let out a sigh and slowly sat down on a stone chair on the side. She looked at the slightly covered moon and began to reminisce about the past. I'm getting old and like to reminisce. Even though I'm about to die, I can't change my habit of wanting to scold. Speaking of which, I didn't scold that many people in my life. A figure appeared in the old woman's mind. That person, she originally thought he was a little cultivator who was too lazy to cultivate. She became angry and often scolded his laziness. Thinking back, the old woman revealed a smile. She was very happy as she found happiness in her memory. A white figure suddenly appeared outside the courtyard under the lanterns. Wang Lin looked at the courtyard before him. As he spread his divine sense across planet Renyun, he only found one person he knew. A very interesting little cultivator that had dressed herself as a man. Back then, that person would sternly scold him every time he returned to his cave to cultivate properly so that he may one day achieve Tao. Wang Lin could see that everything she said was sincere. This was a unique feeling in this cruel cultivation world. This caused a sense of warmth to appear inside Wang Lin. That's why he still remembered this person. He didn't expect that the only person he still remembered after 1,000 years would be that girl. A smile appeared on his face as he walked toward the courtyard. As the two lanterns shook and his footsteps echoed, he arrived outside the ordinary-looking house. He saw the figure of someone he knew in the past, the female cultivator Sun Ling. Wang Lin's arrival was like a mortal and his footstep echoed. He didn't hide anything and wouldn't be hiding anything. The old woman frowned. Without turning around, she began to scold, "Didn't I say to let this old body rest for a bit?" Wang Lin smiled and softly said, "We haven't met in 1,000 years. I've just arrived and you want me to leave." The old woman was stunned when she heard Wang Lin's voice. She turned around and saw Wang Lin not far away from her. Her body trembled. "Shu Mu," the old woman looked at Wang Lin, and after a long time she smiled. "When did you come back?" The old woman didn't lose her mind like Master Flamespark and company, she soon recovered. Although her lifespan was far inferior to Master Flamespark's and her cultivation level was much lower, with only 7 days left to live, she had seen through much. Now she only felt the joy of meeting an old friend. "I just came back. I passed by and wanted to see if there were any old friends left." Wang Lin sat down opposite of the old woman. He looked at her as if he was looking at a good friend. In Wang Lin's eyes, her name didn't matter. After all, their relationship wasn't that of a man and woman but old friends. It didn't matter if she was male or female, it was all just memories. This night, Wang Lin was very happy. His and Sun Ling's words echoed inside the courtyard. Although her voice was hoarse, to him it was still like the crisp bell laughter from 1,000 years ago. Even the chillness of the autumn wind dissipated and became like the spring breath that made one feel warm. The moonlight gradually dimmed and white appeared over the horizon. It was as if the eyes of the heavens had slowly opened up. As the white filled the sky, Wang Lin softly said, "Did you really decide? Where there is life there is naturally death. I'm already very tired, even if I survive, there would be no meaning. It's better to leave." Sun Ling smiled as she looked at Wang Lin. "If you change your mind, You can take this pill. Wang Lin remained calm as he took out a pill and put it down. He let out a sigh as he looked at the woman once more. Then he walked out of the courtyard without looking back. Sun Ling watched Wang Lin's figure gradually fade. She felt like she had entered a trance as she sat outside, managing the cave, scolding a young man who would often go out and rarely stayed to cultivate. Do you know what the important thing for cultivators is? Let me tell you, the most important thing is diligence. Although your talent isn't good, you can still progress if you're diligent. I have been guarding these caves for many years, and some cultivators from here have even reached the soul formation stage. None of them would leave early in the morning to wander around like you. The smile on the old woman's face became even brighter, but there was a faint hint of red under her smile. The early morning light sprinkled on the earth and took away the coldness of the night. Even the autumn wind became less cold and contained silver of warmth. Yellow, red, and withered leaves flew in the wind. It looked very beautiful. Wang Lin slowly walked up the tallest mountain on this planet. He didn't use any cultivation and walked up like a mortal. Just like when he brought Wang Ping to conquer this mountain. Wang Lin stood beside a running river and his gaze fell into the distance. A lonely boat moved in the ocean. Wang Lin stood on the lonely boat as he looked at the world while facing the raging sea. Pinger, the mountain is like pride, river is the thought, and the sea is the heart. I took you to conquer the mountain to allow you to have pride. To not succumb to the heavens, to not succumb to fate. No matter where you are, must have the pride to raise your head. I took you to conquer this river to allow you to realize the endless flowing river contained faith. Without faith this river can't flow, and without faith a person is just a walking corpse. Father took you to conquer this ocean to allow you have a heart as broad as the ocean. With your heart as the sea, with does other even count as? Wang Lin walked through the mountain, river, and ocean. He walked through the plains, jungles, and everything he saw with Wang Ping back then. Even though he was a 7-star ancient god. Even though he was famous in the outer realm. Even though he was going to become famous in the inner realm and shock everyone. However, he was still a father. A mortal who missed his son, Wang Ping. Thinking about his hometown, his thoughts became melancholy. He felt Wang Ping's soul coming from the heaven-defying bead. The white hair and lonely figure. Wang Lin left the unforgettable memory this place had given him and gradually disappeared into the distance. Only a melancholy sigh lingered. This video will end here.